So we've been looking at 6 or 7 little old things. 7, this is number 7, of the law of retaliation. In the old days, it was an eye for an eye or a tooth for a tooth. And some people still live like that. Wow. And haven't you heard someone say, I'll get even with that one, and no matter if it takes until I die. But Jesus said, if a man strikes you on the cheek, turn the other. If he sues you for your coat, give him also your cloak. Now, these are hard things to do. People often slap us, not with their hands, but with some hateful ways or words. Now, what must a Christian do when he is slapped? First, he can slap back. Nothing is then gained except that you find out which is the better fighter. This is about all that is gained by fighting wars. Second, a man can run away. He can save himself from harm that way, but he will encourage the evildoer to do more again. Third, a Christian can accept insult and show that he would rather suffer wrong than to do wrong or be wrong. Jesus is our example here. When men reviled him, he didn't strike back, although he had the power to defeat all who attacked him. Those who struck him have long since been forgotten, but he lives on, teaching men and lessons of love and forgiveness. He then told his hearers that if they were compelled to go a mile, they should go 2. Now the Romans had conquered Palestine, and they had taken over the Israelites and occupied the country. And they had made virtual slaves out of the Jews. And if a Roman soldier had some heavy luggage or some heavy thing that he wanted done, he could say to a Jew, would be forced to carry the load at least 1 mile. Now probably Jesus looked over the heads of the crowd and saw a Jew trotting along behind a Roman soldier carrying a heavy load, and he said, do more than is required of you. Go the 2nd mile. Put some icing on the cake. It will pay off in the long run. Hey, many Christians today are doing just as little as they can. They want their names on the church roll. They want all the blessings of God. They want to go to heaven at the end of the way. but they contented just to get by. They do just enough to give just enough service, just enough ease of conscience, and never have learned the joy of going the 2nd mile as a Christian and going all the way with God. Thank God for those who go the 2nd mile. And we're going to take 1 more minute right now and talk about this time we're living in right now, this thing that has come over the earth right now. Are you sending your tithes to the church you belong to? Since you are not going, are you sending your tithe? The church is going on. The light bill's still going on. The heat pumps are still pumping. The grounds are still there. Everything is still having to be paid. The bills are. The secretaries are still having to work. There are people, the landscapers are still having to work. There are people around the church still having to be paid. Are you sending your tithe in? If you're behind on your tithe, catch up this week. Write a check and send it in there. Get it over there. Call it in. Call your numbers in and get your money in the church house. God's work needs support. We'll see you next time. Right.